Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're wrapping up our series on Druid spellcasting in the New Player's Handbook, and we're talking about the spells within. Today, we're talking about 9th level spells, so we have finally reached the pinnacle of magic. You're a level 17 Druid, and you get to choose these spells, the ultimate magics available to you nature casters. Now, normally I do a top 5 list for these spells here, top 2 utility, top 2 combat, and an honorable mention. However, I'm not going to be doing that today because there aren't 5 spells to choose from. There's only 4. So instead, I've got the top 2 utility and the top 2 combat, and we'll just be sticking with that. So this is a top 5, not really, it's a top 4, but it's my top 5 level 9 Druid spells. Before we get into the details, though, I'd like to let you know, Relaxed Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. You get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know you're a supporter. You get early access to my videos day earlier than everyone else. And you get to come into the VIP room in my community Discord and talk about the projects that I have up and coming. If any of that sounds interesting to you, you can click the join button just down there next to the subscribe button. And if it doesn't interest you, that's fine too. Just being here, watching the videos, liking, subscribing to the channels, maybe joining the Discord for free, the general chat rooms are open to all. These are all wonderful ways to support me. So thank you for watching my content here on YouTube. So, level 9 spells. Let's go ahead and kick things off with the number 2 utility spell option. And for me, that comes down to True Resurrection. It is a resurrection spell. You take a creature that's been dead for no more than 200 years, so, most lifetimes you can cast this within. You spend 25,000 gold pieces worth of stuff, and you bring them back to life. It restores the, undeath. It restores them from undeath. It restores them from poisons. It restores them from diseases. It closes all wounds. And if they don't even have a body to restore, then you just speak their name and one is formed for them. Good as new. It is very simple, it's very powerful, and it's great for storytelling. I think in most adventuring situations, I wouldn't need it. You probably will be fine with Raise Dead or Resurrection regular. But in those weird events where you got to raise someone up who's been dead for over a century, but less than 2 centuries, this will work. So it's number 2 on utility. Number 2 on combat, though, is going to go to Storm of Vengeance. And oh boy, this is a complicated but very, very fun spell. You cast it, and it covers a 300-foot radius area, a gigantic area over a plane of area, over the land. Or the sea, for that matter. And then every turn after that, something different happens. You get stuff from the thunder, which causes creatures to take thunder damage. Acid rain. You can call down lightning strikes. You can cause hail to fall. And you can cause all sorts of heavy obscurement, difficult terrain, and cold damage throughout the next 5 turns after that. So every turn, something crazy is happening and doing not a huge amount of damage, but enough because it covers such a big area that it can hit hundreds, maybe even thousands of creatures. This is a spell that'll wipe out an army. This is a spell that'll wipe out a city. This is a spell that'll take an armada out of the ocean. This is a crazy strong, massive spell which does damage to everyone under it and even lets you hit key targets with lightning strikes. I love it, and I think it's very, very strong and very thematic to be just this master of the storm. So number 2 on my combat recommendations. No honorable mention, so let's move straight on to my number 1 combat recommendation, and that is Shape Change. Shape Change is something that allows you to transform yourself. You concentrate on the spell for an hour when you cast it, and you choose a form. And the form has to have a challenge rating equal to or less than your level. when you get this spell, you're level 17. This means you can transform into large demons and devils, into powerful angels, into adult dragons, into vampires, into massively strong undead, aberrations. Take your pick. There are so many awesome, powerful creatures you can transform into, and as you go up the levels into level 20, that list continues to grow. The cool thing about shape change is that not only do you get to have this incredible ability to transform into super powerful creatures, but you retain your mental stats, so you're still as smart, wise, and charismatic as you want to be, and you get to continue casting your spells. Most transformations stop you from being able to continue to use your magic, not shape change. Shape change, you can keep casting spells like normal. So throughout your cantrips, throughout your other spells, you have to concentrate on it, so you can't put a concentration spell down. But honestly, who cares? Be a dragon and use your breath weapon. Be a planetar with crazy powerful healing, flight speeds. There's so much you can do, and it's really hard to oversell how powerful this is. So for combat, I'm giving the number one spot to shape change. Alright, but the number one spot for the utility, this is my favorite spell in the game, at least my favorite 9th level spell. It is super strong, and honestly, it's good in both combat and utility situations because it makes you good at everything. It is the spell Foresight. Foresight gives you that limited vision into the future. The idea is you cast it over a minute, so you can't cast it mid-combat. But once you cast it, it lasts for 8 hours, no concentration needed. Once you've done this, creature that you cast it on, it can be yourself or an ally, for the next 8 hours has advantage on every single d20 roll. Attacks, ability checks, saving throws, whether you're trying to be stealthy, strong, wise or smart, charismatic or tough, whether you are trying to dodge, roll, sustain, withstand, resist, whether you're attacking, casting spells, any d20 roll you're using, you just automatically have advantage, just like that. No trouble, no stress. And advantage is powerful. Even in the late game, it really makes a big difference in how powerful you are. On top of that, any creature that tries to attack you automatically has disadvantage, because you can kind of see it coming. This is an insanely powerful buff, basically buffing everything you want to do. Whether you're resisting stuff with saving throws, using your skills to get through skill challenges, or just fighting with your magic or weapons, it doesn't matter. Anything you do, you're going to be great at. And that's the whole point of Foresight. It makes you good at everything. Now, I've given it the number one spot for utility because it affects, everything in the game. But it certainly is going to be a helpful combat boon. As powerful as Shape Change? Probably not. Shape Change lets you transform into insane stuff that you just that advantage just can't match. But it only lasts for an hour, it takes your concentration. Foresight lasts for 8 hours, doesn't take concentration, and does a bunch of other stuff. So I'm giving it the number one spot for utility, and it is my number one spell for druids, and anyone else who can take it. I love this spell. It is absolutely top tier for me. So yeah, big Foresight fan here. And that's it. If you are a level 17 druid and don't know what spells to take, I'm sorry. I recommend Foresight and Shape Change. They're both insane and good in almost any situation. And if you need it, you can pack True Resurrection. Storm of Vengeance is great for taking out massive targets. And yeah, I hope that helps. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there. And keep your eyes peeled for more spellcasting reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.